Prabhat. I am feeling great.
Hello and welcome to Godlywood Studio and to Light of Knowledge. Dear friends, we have been discussing about how far and how much godly knowledge differs from the spiritual knowledge which is already available in the world. Because spiritual knowledge is so vast that at times we feel confused about certain concepts, and this is where godly knowledge comes to our rescue. When God imparts knowledge, it will be crystal clear. There will not be any room for confusion. And when we start applying this knowledge, definitely there will be miraculous changes in our life. So, come let us discuss even further the differences between the spiritual knowledge as we know it and this new godly knowledge. And to continue with our discussion, we have Rupa Behenji with us. Let us welcome her. Behenji, welcome to the studio, welcome to the show. We looked into godly knowledge and we saw that there are difference in the knowledge as in the scriptures about the soul and in the godly knowledge. What further differences can we find in the knowledge about the soul?
Regarding soul, we have been thinking that the fruits of each karma, whether it is good or bad, is being given by God. But the godly knowledge throws light on this aspect. The first aspect we were thinking in the beginning, or from many believers, that whatever actions we do, either it is good or bad, the reward is being given by God. Of course, He gives reward for good, whatever the feelings we have, but we throw the responsibility on God if we do some wrong deeds. We ask God to give always good fruits. And whenever we commit some sinful actions and forget that sinful actions, when that comes in the form of a reward in negative cycle, negative form, then people blame God. And this gives us now the real awareness that for each action, every individual soul is responsible.
Benji, can you just throw light as to what are those methods by which we are cancelling those past accounts?
Whatever the actions we have done in a negative intention, so-called sinful actions, harming others, giving sorrow to others in one or the other way, this is all called as sinful actions. Maybe I am deceived something, I have stolen something, I have hatred with somebody, or I have done some loss, damaged somebody's property, XYZ, whatever the actions that I have performed in the past birth or now, I have to clear that negative account of karma. There are two ways of clearing the account of karma. One is I undergo the sequence in the same way so that I feel that suffering in myself. If I have damaged somebody physically, so I will get some kind of disease or any other kind of punishment which will make me suffer, and loss of wealth or breaking up in relations or any other way which is creating me pain in my soul. If at all I want to get rid of this, another method God teaches now to clear the account of negative deeds. The soul which is ever pure is called Supreme Soul. Therefore, we call him Paramatma, Param Pavitratma. So, I have done some misdeeds, therefore I have become impure. And sinful actions are always influenced by 5 vices. That is why we call it as vicious cycle. Vicious qualities, lust, anger, greed, attachment, ego, these influence man to do some misdeeds. And God the Supreme is always pure and never He commits any kind of action by which He has to undergo good or bad. And therefore He is been praised as a beyond karma and its fruits. So, through my intellect and mind, if I have a connection with God, in other words, we say method of meditation, which God Himself teaches now at this confluence age, not in any other time, so that every human being can learn this method and try to connect his mind to Him and draw the power of purity so that I can clean my soul and clear the accounts of negative karma. And this is the highest and the best method. Even if I am not able to do this, sometimes I come across with negative situations because of my past deeds. It is not true that yogis or those who are seekers, those who are moving this path, they don't get a negative account of karma. They do get it. But remembering God, touching Him through our mind and intellect and drawing the energy can give us resistance and not creating once again the same kind of account of karma.
Benji, as you speak, it seems a very easy method for me because suppose I have done many wrong deeds in the past, and now you say that with meditation, connecting myself with the Supreme, all this can be eradicated. It rather seems very easy for me. Then why don't people adopt this such an easy method?
It is quite easy, but the method has to be understood properly. Because usually what we have believe whenever we go to temples or churches or any holy places, we think once we do some worshipping rituals, going and taking bath in Ganges or somewhere in any holy water, so that itself is giving me relief that I believe that my sins have been incinerated. But truly it is not so. If at all our sins have been incinerated, then the effect will be I have to experience the joy and lightness and happiness in my life. So, the Rajyoga method of meditation which God is teaching, though it is simple, here we have to come out of body consciousness. The basic foundation of Raj Yoga is to come out of body conscious state and develop the soul conscious state. Then only we are able to remember and communicate with the Supreme. This is a very common question, and also many people are confused. Is it possible to communicate with God directly?
We have actually had questions on that in every episode practically. So, Benji, connecting with God and taking the power from Him can actually cancel all the past deeds and
Gives power to resist the negative sequences. Hence, I also accumulate positive account. See, two things happens. By remembering God and drawing power, the minus account what already I have done, that clears. Clears in the sense I have harmed somebody by harsh words. Definitely somebody will speak harsh words to me. I cannot escape by that. Yet, a yogi now understands this is my karmic account, I am clearing. Secondly, he will practice the power what he gets from God gives the resistance power not to react once again. And therefore, he is saved by again doing the mistake. And third important thing, he let go of the past very easily and feel lightness.
I think, Benji, as you say, when we react, we are actually continuing with the cycle.
Yes.
This is what happened to us in our long past because the cycle has continued and it is now the fag end. So I think all of us will have to pay attention as to not to react even when somebody is paying back what I have given already. So this actually makes sense. How can we make this practical in our day-to-day life?
See, every day we have to be attentive not to perform any wrong deeds anymore. Of course, this is not so easy because so far I have been habituated by giving sorrow to somebody by harsh words or my negative thoughts or whatever the way, because behavior pattern. No? For this we have to work little hard. Many people say, I don't have an intention of speaking harsh, but I speak it. Sometimes we say, I don't have intention of deceiving somebody, but I deceive. I don't have intention of criticizing somebody, but somehow slip of tongue. This is called habits. This also makes a person do the same what he has done in the past and get the same what he has got the past.
So, as you speak, I think Raj Yoga or meditation is all about reconstructing the habits
Yes.
which we have developed in the past, which is not at all beneficial for me right
Yeah,
now.
that's where first step of Raj Yoga is to be aware
Hmm.
the cause of sorrow and how I can save myself first by committing negative actions.
Hmm.
Already performed, okay, that will come to me, I am aware of that. For that, I have to meditate and take power from God and be strong and also powerful, so that that situation, I embrace that situation with love and move forward.
Hmm.
But second important thing is, from now onwards, I have to perform good deeds. For that, I have to feel pure thoughts, good thoughts, positive thoughts, and which can make my impressions once again remake or refill with a new power.
Benji, one common question when we speak about karma. There are a lot of people in our world who are toiling in the streets, who doesn't even have a roof over their head. And in light of godly knowledge, you are saying that they are actually taking the fruits of their karma. So, here, when I see a beggar or someone who is asking something from me, if I say that this is your own karma and I don't need to help you, will that make sense? Or
See, helping somebody is not a negative action,
hmm,
but here, though everybody is taking reward of their actions, either somebody is in poor in condition because he is not having money, somebody is having money but he is in suffering with poverty of peace.
hmm,
So, in that level, both are poor only. So, somebody is physically poor, somebody is mentally poor.
hmm,
So, both wants help now. For both, God is helping. Now, first of all, we have to see, for example, a beggar comes and asks money. I give 10 rupees, 100 rupees. He spends that money in smoking or drinking or doing some other misdeeds. Karma philosophy says that if I help a person to do wrong action, then that account of karma I have to share because I become the source of
hmm.
that. I have become a part of that action.
Benji, I actually had no bad intention. When I was giving money to him, I just wanted to help that person. So, won't it go into my good bank account?
No, the source you have given already is been used for negative action there.
But that is his problem.
Even if it is his problem, I become the instrument for that. And therefore it is been shared. So, what God advises, first you see whether he is worthy and what cause he is using, and more giving alms and giving money, rather educate him to come out of that negative cycle of karma. And that's where godly knowledge plays a vital role in educating each and every individual soul to become stable and self-supported. And once they are aware why I am suffering with this condition, I have to move away from that. For that, I have to do some good deeds. For that, they have to pass that stage of agony, whatever it is right now, but they can also prepare for the next. This is where the knowledge plays a very important role.
So, you're actually saying that giving money or physical help may not help in the long run, and one will have to take help from the knowledge. But in the present way the world is going, I think, is this practical or people will actually understand this in the proper way?
See, whether they understand or not, if we want to break up the cycle of negativity, we have to enter into this cycle of awareness. Without proper aware, what I am doing, I think it is good for me. But when the result come negative, then I think, oh, I have not done anything wrong with anybody. See, I have a couple who has shared with me their experience. He is very philanthropic, always giving and helping the poor children, and so many ways he tries to. But in his life, all miseries. Now, what may be the cause? He always thinks, sister, I remember God and always I help anybody who asks help from me. This is the words he speaks. Anybody who asks help me, I never let them go without my help. But in return, why God is giving me so much of tension, problem, physical health problem, this. So we have to go in our own self and see in the depth. And supportive knowledge which God is giving, guiding us. Your intention is good. Whether your action, what is performed with good intention, is going towards a right destination, because ultimate destination is very important. So, godly knowledge guides us very clearly. We want to make this world heaven, not for only one person or two person. It is for everybody. If a group of people are uplifted, that will flow to all others. So poverty, today whatever crimes, all other misdeeds are happening, everything has to be transformed.
I think, Benji, those who are actually following the godly knowledge and all the pure principles, they will have to focus on it even further so that all the other negativities connected in the world will eradicate naturally, as you say. So, realization and knowledge is the real tool for transformation. Thanks a lot for this discussion. So, dear friends, even though we have discussed about karma a lot, in the basis of godly knowledge, it gives new light. Whatever we are receiving, we have given some point of time. And once we understand this, we can save ourselves from this negative vicious cycle if we pay a little bit of attention into the godly knowledge and meditation. And the most important thing, I think, is meditation can help us break the cycle. Whatever actions we have done, it can be cancelled, or the effect can be lessened through meditation or by godly remembrance. So that is a great tool for us. And it is now time for the question of the day.
Om Shanti Didi. My name is Kiran Jyoti. I am working as a librarian in engineering college. I took 7 days course in Rajyoga. Due to my busy schedule and long working hours, I couldn't practice. How can find time?
So, Benji, a very practical question. Those who are in the professional field, they always find it difficult to find time. So, how can we help them?
She has undergone already 7 days course and she would like to practice further. And Raj Yoga is also known as Karma Yoga, which God teaches us how to be connected with Him while doing all other activities. So, the basic understanding, if she has learned, then she can practice even while working at home or office. And whenever she gets weekly off, at that time she can visit the center and take more input and also regular classes. And nowadays we have lessons being given through internet also, and there are many other lectures which will be supportive to them. They can just read or study through, listen through YouTube. And these are the ways that we are supplying or facilitating people, those who are busy. Of course, it is very good early morning when you get up, you fix up a time 15 to 20 minutes and start practicing at home itself, making such an environment at home also. But why we advise them to come to the centers is, wherever our sisters are having centers, they have kept that place atmosphere already prepared. And a person who comes from the mundane work, where huzzy-buzzy world, he comes and immediately receives that positive energy, and that helps them to meditate easily. If that is not possible to come, they can learn meditation properly and do even at home, and that's called Karma Yoga.
Benji, even if they find it difficult to find time on the day hours when they are fully busy in their profession, I think at least they can find time in the early morning hours, which is even better for meditation.
Early morning is the best time for meditation, but for a beginner it will be difficult because they will have many queries and while meditating so many disturbances. So it is nice to get advice or guidance from the learnt person, for which they have to spend at least weekly once or twice to go to center. Otherwise, meditation, contact with God, Meditating with God should continue even while walking, talking, working, eating, and therefore spend little time for focusing attention and practice throughout the day. Even 1 minute in an hour, they can take little bit relaxation and then start thinking of God and connecting mind, for which they need little guidance in the beginning.
If you are passionate about something, we will have to find time from our busy schedule so that we can develop on it. Thanks a lot for that answer. So, it is all about our priorities and time management, because if we feel that something is important, we will find time. And when we find time for meditation, it is going to affect all the other areas of life in such a positive way that lack of time will not be a problem anymore. So, dear friends, now it is time for us to move on into the last session of the episode, that is the virtue, attitude, and contemplation part. So, Benji, what is today's attitude and today's virtue?
Today, let us take up the attitude of observing, seeing humor in each thing and also situations. This helps us to feel lightness even in a difficult situation, because when we become more serious, situation becomes more serious and also problematic. When we are in lighter vein, we find solutions for that, and therefore people who have this attitude will tackle the difficult situation also in easy way. But nowadays people are so serious, they less aware that we can really smile. We learnt that God has given a blessing for human beings when compared to many other creatures, that human beings can laugh and smile, but less we can see in the faces smiling. So let us adopt this attitude of observing humor. The supportive virtue that can help me to observe humor in all areas or all time is to be in the state of carefree. Don't worry much. So we see people worrying is becoming something like a nature. They start worrying for small things also, and which is really not a matter of worrying. So let us not adopt the nature of worrying. Let us be carefree, and things will take its own good shape when we are giving positive such feelings.
And not only that, people think that worrying has become a part. It is quite natural for us to worry. So I think when you say that it is not natural and we need to learn to find humor, I think we all need to give a little bit of attention to it. Can we have a reflection on it?
Sit in a comfortable position. Visualize yourself as a point of light, an eternal soul, child of Supreme Light, Supreme Father. I have the awareness now with the godly knowledge that I am responsible for each situation that I face. Being aware of this aspect, I become more responsible of myself. I now train myself to take care of my thoughts, feelings, and actions, and try to perform more accurate actions that I should be. I train myself to perform I train myself observing my thoughts, feelings, and actions, through which I can perform accurate actions. So far, with or without knowledge, whatever I have performed my actions or any misdeeds I have performed, I also am aware of my spiritual father who can help me to free myself from the bondage of negative actions. I constantly try to remember him, get connected with him through my thoughts and feelings, and draw the power of energy, purity, which helps me to free myself from the negative vicious cycle. Om Shanti.
Thank you again, Behenji. As usual, you have taken us to that peace of mind which all of us needs. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Dear friends, that has been a wonderful journey as usual. We learned a lot about godly knowledge and how it differs from our spiritual knowledge we are already familiar with. Every day we will take up new topic and we will explore it even further. Thanks a lot for joining today, and any queries, any suggestion, please share it with us so that we can make the program even better. Until we meet in the next episode, it is a goodbye from all of us.